Welcome to another exciting episode of It's in You. Yes, guys, it is always in you. I know it, I believe it, and I will always say it to you guys. It is in you. Nowhere else but in you. Yes, my name is Jermaine Haynes, and I am your host for today. And today's motivational topic is all about the truth will hurt you once, but lies will hurt you over and over and over and over again. Yes, guys. And today we are going to focus mainly on relationships when it comes to telling your partner the truth, or in everyday life. We'll touch a little on that. It is always good to tell the truth, because when you tell the truth, people will get hurt and they will feel bad at first instance, and it takes a little bit of time for them to accept the truth. But when you tell someone lies, you have to tell another lie to cover it up, and you have to tell another lie until it eventually gonna comes out and the person is going to end up being hurt, and they're going to live with that hurt for a long period of time. So guess what? Without any further ado, let us jump right into it, and I hope you enjoy this episode. The case of the relationship riddle. Honesty's immediate sting. In a cozy little apartment, a mystery was brewing. Alex, eyes wide and innocent, stood in the middle of the living room, heart pounding like a drum solo at a rock concert. Before them lay a phone that had once held a mountain of trust, now reduced to mere suspicion like a trust apocalypse. Guilt like telltale footprints dotted their face, betraying their recent secretive texts. Alex, their partner, boomed, voice like a thunderclap, echoing through the apartment. "Did you text someone else?" Their eyes narrowed like a detective grilling a suspect. Now Alex knew a fib could buy them time, maybe even another chance to mend the rift. The thought of reconciliation was tempting, the memories still fresh in their mind like a sweet dream, but Alex blessed their honest soul, confessed. They admitted to their mistake, voice trembling like a leaf in the wind. The consequence? A stern talking to from their partner, words sharp but fair like a judge delivering a verdict, and a night sans affection. No sweet moments to end the day, just the taste of regret like a bad aftertaste. A bitter pill, yes, but swallowed quickly. Alex learned that honesty, though sometimes painful, builds trust and strengthens bonds over time, like medicine that tastes bad but works wonders. Lies, on the other hand, may seem harmless at first, but they erode trust and cause lasting damage like a slow poison. Tangled webs and trouser fires, the never-ending saga of a lie.
Meanwhile, across town lived Sammy the Sneaky. Sammy, faced with a similar cookie crime, chose the path of deception.
"Wasn't me," he chirped, blaming the dog, a tale that worked for about an hour.
Then, the dog, poor innocent Fido, got blamed for eating homework, then muddy paw prints on the new rug. Sammy's lie, like a snowball rolling downhill, grew bigger, messier, and impossible to stop.
Trust began to erode as friends and family grew skeptical. Relationships strained, and Sammy found himself increasingly isolated. The complications of his lies left him struggling to mend what was broken. Truth's bitter pill versus lie's perpetual stomach ache. In relationships, we often face the choice between telling the truth and fabricating a lie. The truth, though sometimes hard to swallow, is like a bitter pill. It may taste awful going down, but it works quickly to heal and cleanse. Take young Timmy, for example. His honesty, though initially painful, was a single sting. He felt the immediate discomfort of admitting his mistake, but soon after he was free from the burden of guilt. Sammy, however, chose a different path. He found himself tangled in a web of his own making. Each lie he told added another layer of complexity to his situation, making it harder and harder to find a way out. Each lie a new thread weaving a tapestry of deceit that threatened to unravel at any moment. The more he lied, the more intricate and chaotic the pattern became, until it was nearly impossible to keep track of the truth. Honesty, you see, is like ripping off a bandage. It might cause a quick, sharp pain, but then it's done. The wound is exposed to the air and healing can begin. A quick, sharp pain, but then it's done. The relief that follows is almost immediate, and the path to recovery is clear and straightforward. Lies, on the other hand, are like swallowing a watermelon seed. At first, it might seem like a small, insignificant act, but the consequences can be unpredictable and far-reaching. You never know when that thing's gonna sprout, and trust me, it ain't gonna be pretty. The seed of a lie can grow into something monstrous, something that takes over your life and chokes out the truth. In relationships, the long-term emotional toll of lies can be devastating, creating a perpetual stomach ache that never truly goes away. So, next time you're faced with the choice, remember, a bitter pill is better than a perpetual stomach ache. Section 4, A World Without Honesty, a comedic nightmare. Imagine, if you will, a world where lies spiral out of control in relationships. One little white lie about working late turns into a full-blown espionage operation. Suddenly, your partner is Sherlock Holmes, inspecting every inch of your clothing for clues. You're juggling more stories than a circus performer with too many phones. And before you know it, you're in couples therapy, trying to explain why you have 3 different alibis for the same night. The very fabric of your relationship held together by nothing more than crossed fingers and desperate hopes that nobody calls your bluff. Section 5, The Perils of Pinocchio Syndrome. When your nose knows no bounds. Now, some folks think they can handle a little fib here and there. Just a white lie, they say. No harm done. But let me tell you, lies are like those pesky potato chips. You can't have just one. Before you know it, you're knee-deep in deceit, sporting a nose longer than a Mississippi steamboat, tripping over your own tall tales. Section 6, Laughter as Medicine, finding humor in life's honest mishaps. Now, I ain't saying honesty is always easy. Sometimes it's downright awkward, like that time I accidentally told Aunt Millie her casserole tasted like a raccoon fell asleep in a pot of beans. But even in those moments, there's humor to be found, because honesty in its purest form is hilarious. It's genuine, it's unexpected, and it reminds us that we're all just imperfect humans trying to navigate this crazy thing called life. Finding humor in honest mistakes can actually bring us closer, strengthening our relationships through shared laughter and understanding. Section 7, The Verdict, Honesty, the less painful path to a chuckle-filled life. In this section, we delve into the age-old debate of truth versus lies. It's a topic that has puzzled philosophers, comedians, and everyday folks alike. Why? Because honesty, while often seen as the harder path, is actually the one that leads to a more fulfilling and laughter-filled life. So the next time you're faced with a choice to fib or not to fib, remember this. Honesty might sting a little at first, like ripping off a bandage. It might cause a moment of discomfort, a brief wince of pain, but that pain is fleeting, and what follows is a sense of relief and freedom. But it's a pain that fades. Think of it as a small price to pay for a clear conscience and a lighter heart. When you're honest, you don't have to keep track of your lies. You don't have to remember what you said to whom. You can just be yourself, and that's a beautiful thing. Lies, on the other hand, linger like a bad smell in a crowded elevator. They create awkwardness, tension, and a sense of unease. You might think a small lie is harmless, but it can quickly spiral out of control, leading to more lies and more stress. They fester, they multiply, and they have a nasty habit of blowing up in your face. Imagine trying to juggle multiple lies, each one more complicated than the last. It's exhausting and frankly not worth the trouble. Choose honesty, choose laughter, choose the path that leads to genuine joy and connection. Choose a life filled with genuine connections and hilarious mishaps. When you're honest, you attract people who appreciate you for who you are. You build relationships based on trust and mutual respect. And let's face it, the funniest moments in life often come from being real and authentic. You'll thank me later, Auntie. And if you don't, well, at least I can sleep at night knowing I told you the truth, mostly. So the next time you're tempted to tell a little white lie, remember this chapter. Remember the laughs, the connections, and the peace of mind that come with honesty. It's the less painful path, and it's worth every step. Honesty, though sometimes painful, leads to a more fulfilling and trust-filled life in relationships.
Yes! I do hope you enjoyed this episode and this motivational content that is all about telling the truth. At first, it hurts only once when you tell the truth. But when you tell lies, it hurts someone, it hurts the individual over and over and over again. It's going to be a long-lasting hurt for the individual. So, if you love someone, if you really love someone, always be open up. Tell them the truth. Because, they're going to feel hurt at first. But I can guarantee you, after a little moment, they will understand what you were trying to say to them. That is only to help them. And it's not to hurt them. But when you tell them lie, you have to tell another lie to back up the lie that you told before. So, yes, guys, we want to have healthy relationships, right? Healthy communication. We don't want to leave people hurting for too long. So, yeah, tell the truth and it will hurt just once. But if you tell lies, it will hurt over and over and over again. And when you love someone, you don't want to hurt the person you really love or truly love. Whether it's your family, your friend, your partner, it doesn't matter who they are. Try to tell them the truth. Love you all, and I hope you enjoy this content. And if you do, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and continue to be a support to It's In You TV. Have for yourself a wonderful and blessed day.